Oh, I fought for this lunch break today. He's the host of the cooking channel's David Rocco's Dolce Vita. And next week, David's new cookbook, Made in Italy, hits stands. It is so chock full of Italian recipes. I love it. Some gorgeous photography in there.
It's amazing. And it's actually out this week.
Oh, it's out this week. Okay,
this week,
perfect.
So,
and we'll have a link for you to get that if you want to get it at home, because I'm telling you, there's some fabulous recipes.
Thank you.
One of which is, of course, one of my favorites, tiramisu. But you say you've got an easy recipe for it, because typically it's a challenging one.
And I call it in my book my lazy man's tiramisu. So with Halloween around the corner, we're going to have some fun. And, you know, I always go into the stash with my kids, candy. So this is mascarpone, and we've just added some, that's the Italian cream cheese. We've added some sugar, just mixed it up.
All right.
And this is just whipping cream that we've whipped up, and we're going to fold that in. Do you want to help out?
Sure.
Okay. So just fold it in.
All right.
Beautiful. And Kit Kats. Now, traditionally you have Italian cookies and, you know, the coffee and vermouth, but we're just going to add some Kit Kats.
How easy is that? Mix them all in?
Mix them all in. Absolutely. Perfect. You've done this before.
Not really. I just am good at eating the tiramisu. I've never really made it.
Okay, well, that looks fantastic. So now what we're going to do is just put them in some martini glasses, and we're going to get the Kit Kats and we're going to dress it up. So let me just spoon some of this in, just like that. And this is so simple that your kids can help out.
Oh,
it can be
wonderful.
a family kind of dessert. And with all that leftover candy, you can put into good use or have a party. Adults can have a party, and, you know, so we're just going to break up some Kit Kat, or actually just put on top like that.
All right, put those in there.
Perfect, just like that, and there you have it. So,
the trouble about making this is not to be eating it while you're making it.
Okay, so that's, you know, a really simple, fun tiramisu.
That really was simple.
Yeah,
Think about that.
A spin from the classic tiramisu. Now we're going to do something really fun. Like, adults love having Halloween parties.
Sure.
So we have some beautiful Ruffino Prosecco. And this Prosecco is from that famous Italian family that make the Chianti Ruffino wine.
Oh, yes, which is
Tuscany.
Delicious.
So here's what we're going to do.
I don't know if you folks heard earlier, the cork popped.
Oh, yeah.
It bubbled all over the place.
Yeah. And what's nice about Prosecco, it is kind of like champagne, very inexpensive. It's about 15 bucks a bottle, as opposed to champagne that can go 30, 40. And you don't have to feel guilty diluting it. This is just pear juice with some citrus zest. We have orange and some Ruffino Prosecco. Just like that. Now, if you really want to get ghoulish for Halloween, you can use pomegranate juice and add some Prosecco.
Even the pear is something different. I thought you were going to say that was peach juice, because that's what I'm used to seeing in Italy.
And you can certainly use peach juice as well. I mean, you can have a lot of fun. That's what's so great about Ruffino Prosecco is you can do, you know, mixed up with different types of fruit juice.
Right, excellent.
And
all right, you were doing some interesting appetizers earlier.
So
we saw you making them.
Yeah, and this, you know, Italians love their little nibbles, you know, especially with some Prosecco. This is fried sage leaves with anchovies.
Now, when you said this to me at first, I must say I apologize. I made a face like, really? Fried sage?
But then the weatherman came in and he's like, what's going on?
But then you started cooking and they smelled so good. I thought, well, this is perfect.
Well, as they say in Italian, let's not talk and let's just try a couple.
Right? Okay. All right, this is interesting. So you just put these in the oil.
With some egg wash, some flour. In between, you sandwich the sage in between some anchovies. And
oh, it's lovely. That's really good.
It's good.
And when you say anchovies, it's always like, no, I'll take the pizza without the anchovies. But this is somehow is delicious.
And with Prosecco, it is just, to me, the perfect kind of snack.
Oh, I love this. The ideas in your cookbook were inspired by family recipes.
Well, our show that's on the cooking channel is all shot in Florence, Sicily, the Amalfi Coast, and the recipes are just
I want to be a guest on your show.
Anytime. Well, you know, we do film it in Italy, so you'd have to you know, and do some, you know, WGN midday morning, you know, from the Amalfi Coast.
Cross promotion.
Absolutely, and really simple, fun. I mean, I always joke and say I'm not a chef, I'm just Italian. You know, if I can do the recipes, anyone, and that's
But there are such wonderful recipes in Italy, and there are great ones that you compiled in the book. I think it's just terrific.
Well, I mean, you know, this tiramisu recipe, I call it my lazy man's tiramisu because people think it's like really complicated, and we've really made this when guests are sitting at the table and are ready to have dessert. So I make it on the spot.
Oh, it's perfect. Thank you
so
much for coming in. David's new book, Made in Italy, out now. If you want more information on today's recipe, you want to watch the segment again, you want to get linked up to cookbook, log on to WGNTV.com/midday. And we'll be right back.
Chicago's best